Welcome back to Off the Cuff, the podcast where we dive into the unknown corners of history and dissect some of the world's most fascinating conspiracy theories. I'm Angel, and with me are my co-hosts, Pixie and Ash.
Hey everyone, today's episode is one for the treasure hunters, history buffs and conspiracy theorists alike.
We're talking about one of the greatest lost artifacts of World War II, the Amber Room, a lavish masterpiece of amber panels and gold leaf, and it just vanished without a trace.
It's a story that blends history with mystery, and to this day, people are still obsessed with finding out what happened to it. So let's dive in. All right, let's start with some context. The Amber Room was originally created in Prussia in the 18th century and later gifted to Peter the Great of Russia. This thing was incredible. Amber gold, mirrors. It was essentially a glowing amber walled chamber.
It was housed in the Catherine Palace in St. Petersburg, right? And it became one of Russia's most prized possessions for centuries, but then World War II broke out and everything changed.
Exactly. In 1941, when Nazi forces invaded the Soviet Union, they set their sights on the Amber Room. Soviet curators tried to hide it by covering it with wallpaper, but it was discovered and taken to Königsberg Castle in East Prussia.
That's right. And after that, well, that's when it disappeared.
So we've got some interesting theories about what happened to the Amber Room. Some say it was destroyed during the Allied bombing raid in Königsberg. What do you think?
It's possible that castle was heavily bombed, and it wouldn't be surprising if it was just reduced to rubble. But then, wouldn't there have been remnants?
Good point, but there's another theory I find intriguing, that the Amber Room was loaded onto a ship called the Wilhelm Gustloff, which was later sank by a Soviet submarine.
Oh, the Wilhelm Gustloff theory. If the room went down with that ship, it would make it nearly impossible to recover. That shipwreck is still out there in the Baltic Sea, but searching it is dangerous because of unexploded World War II ordnance.
Then there's the theory that the Nazis stashed it in a secret location, a salt mine, an underground bunker. And some people claim it's still hidden somewhere in Germany or Poland.
Right, there are rumours about secret Nazi bunkers filled with stolen art and artifacts. The Amber Room could still be sitting in one of those. In fact, a recent dig in Poland was started based on a tip about a possible hiding place.
So what's been happening with recent searches, Ash? You were looking into some of the more recent expeditions, right?
Yes, in 2020, divers near Poland claimed to have found the parts of a German shipwreck possibly containing Amber Room artifacts. However, no conclusive evidence was recovered, but there's a lot of hope that new technology could help with underwater searches.
It's fascinating how advanced tech is reigniting searches for something lost over 75 years ago. But there's always the question of whether it will just turn out to be a wild goose chase.
And it's easy to see why. Every time someone thinks they're onto something, it adds another layer of the mystery.
I read about a group in Germany that has been using ground-penetrating radar to search underground bunkers for hidden chambers. Some say the Nazis had entire underground complexes filled with stolen treasures.
So what do we all think? Is the Amber Room still out there, or do you think it was destroyed during the war?
I lean toward it still being out there, maybe stashed in some underground vault. There's just too much mystery surrounding its disappearance to believe it's gone forever.
I'm with you, Pixie. There's a certain romance to the idea that it's hidden, waiting to be discovered. And with new tech, we might just see it resurface in our lifetimes.
Who knows? Maybe we'll even get a mystery untold listener out there who'll be the one to find it. Until then, we'll keep covering these amazing stories and mysteries.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you have theories about the Amber Room, drop us a line on social media or in the comments. We'd love to hear your take.
And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next week for more Off the Cuff.